Composite reflections over parallel lines. Remember, composite just means two reflections, and parallel lines mean they have the same slope. So the first thing you want to know is what figure gets reflected. So we're going to reflect A, B, C, D, and we reflect over line G first. So I put a little 1 under G. And in my steps, I'm going to write a G. The next step you do is you reflect the prime image over line H. Okay? And that's just what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take my mirror, put it on my reflection line. I'm actually going to turn my paper to help me. And one by one, I'm going to reflect my points. So here's B prime. Notice I'm labeling my points as I go. Here's C prime. Here's D prime. And here is A prime. From there, I'm going to connect my points using a straight edge. Okay, and there is my primed image. Now I'm going to follow my steps. My steps say to reflect my prime image. So I'm going to cover up my pre-image, which was the one without the prime, so I don't get confused. And now I'm going to reflect my prime one over line H. All right, and I'm going to call this A double prime, B double prime, C double prime, D double prime. And now I'm going to connect. Okay? So then now I have my final image, which I'm going to highlight so I know what is what. And notice I have straight lines, I have primed images, double primes, and here's my image. I'm going to call this up here my pre-image. And then the prime is kind of your middleman to help you get to your final image. Okay? Now we want to start talking about magnitude. To find the magnitude of this, it's a translation, so I'm going to fill in that. Translation is just a word for reflecting over parallel lines. We have to find the distance between lines A and B, and it's the straight down distance. They call that the perpendicular distance. It's about 4 centimeters. So to get your magnitude, you multiply 4 times 2 to get 8. So that is your magnitude. The next thing you want to see is if orientation is preserved. So if I start at my pre-image, if I go from A to B, over to C, and back to D, that's going counterclockwise. If I go to my middleman, he's going clockwise. If I go to my final image, he's going counterclockwise again. So you can see when you reflect over parallel lines, your orientation is preserved. And this concludes how to translate a figure.